Alright, we have some more racing we're going to be doing today in the D class, and we're going to be using a Lancia Delta, all done up with my Star Wars Darth Vader paint job, and we'll be heading to Spain to the Catalunya track, heading out for qualifying. See how old Darth does on this thing. Getting ready for the coming around to the timing lights for the first qualifying lap. Pretty good sized field in this one. Currently I'm 20th. Again, this is the D class, so these cars are not the high-speed monsters that are in other higher classes. But they're still, even though they're slower cars overall, they're still actually quite a bit of a challenge to drive and drive effectively and get around the track as fast as you can in a slower car. And that particular corner right there, it's like, I don't care what class you're in or what kind of car you're in, that corner is, you're only going through there at like 50, 55, 60 miles an hour, irregardless of what kind of car you're in. So after the conclusion of the first qualifying lap, I was third. And as I transition over to the third qualifying lap, I'm fifth as far as the qualifying goes, with a 127, and the guy in first place is laying down a 122, so he's getting around the track a whole lot faster than I am, 5 seconds faster than I am. Not exactly sure what kind of car that guy's driving, but if he's getting around this track 5 seconds faster than I am, he's driving something that's clearly a lot faster than this little Lancia. I did it in the Darth Vader paint job because of the real super angular design of the car. Kind of looks like a car that Darth Vader would design, you know. Okay, so take a look at the competition and see what we have here. And I remain fifth in the qualifying. We got a Mazda MX-5, an old Datsun Z, another Mazda MX-5, a Honda Civic, and there I am in my Lancia Delta, a Mercedes 190, a Honda Prelude, and a Volkswagen Scirocco, a Mercedes Evolution, another Miata, a Toyota, and a Mitsubishi Galant, a Toyota Supra, and a Porsche 911 Turbo. And we're off. Now I do seem to be quicker off the line than a couple of these cars. But just because you're quicker off the line doesn't mean that you're going to be faster overall in the race. All of these cars are getting through this corner faster than I am, and end up banging into the rear end of that Mercedes and sending him off track. And that Miata, he pretty seriously cut that corner. He slams into me while we're trying to brake through this corner. He's sliding around, trying to get around this Scirocco. Those two guys end up banging into each other and the Scirocco goes off track. I'm able to get through this corner faster than this Miata, but he's banging into my back end. And based on what he did with that Scirocco, I gotta keep my eye on this guy because he's a bumper. But I think he left the race because I don't see the guy in my rearview mirror. And I'm currently third, which is not too bad. See if I can hold on to it, because there are a couple of guys in this race that did not qualify. And it's been my experience, the people that don't qualify, they do it for a reason, because they want to work their way up through the field, and they're fast. And I see this yellow thing coming up in my rearview mirror, and that yellow thing is a Porsche 911 Turbo. I think the guy's name is like Bug-Eye Maple or Bug-Eye Butterscotch or something like that. And Maple Bug-Eye, that's what it is. And which is appropriate, you know, the car is kind of a maple color, and 911s are kind of a Bug-Eye kind of looking car. So this guy is getting closer and closer and closer. And down the front straightaway, I got the pedal to the metal going as fast as I can. And I am able to get through this corner a little bit tighter, a little bit better than he does. But he's right on my rear end. Like glued, and he bumps into me again, bumps into me again. I guess this guy doesn't realize that this track is wide enough for two cars. And he dives harder into this corner. I bump into him. And I come out of this. And you have to brake right there for that. Otherwise you're going to end up over there in that sand trap. And then we brake out onto the straightaway again. And I try to pull a little bit of a blocking maneuver on this guy, but he's faster than I am down the straightaway. Not a whole lot faster, but faster to where he can get through this corner a little bit ahead of me. And I'm able to kind of catch up with him, but I back off the throttle because I don't want to spin him out, and that gives him the opportunity to take the third spot away from me. And I could have kept on the throttle right there, but I would have spun him out, doing that pit maneuver kind of thing. And I don't like racing like that. And he pulls out of this corner just a little bit better than I did. And he's able to carry more speed going down. And then I end up going into the sand trap because I'm heavier on the throttle trying to keep up with him. And now he really gets a bit of a lead on me. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to make up that in the next 2 laps. I'm going to try, but I don't think so. And this corner that I just went through, that's a similar kind of thing. It's like, I don't care what car you're in, you're only going around that hairpin so fast, irregardless of, a car that's got 100 horsepower or a car that's got 1,000 horsepower. And now I see somebody else in my rearview mirror. It's Tabby C. He's a half a second behind me, and I swing wide on that corner right there, which is not good. He bangs into me and spins me out. Does the exact thing that I didn't want to do. And then another car gets past me as well. So that fella up there, I'm not exactly sure what kind of car he's in. But that fella there clearly doesn't adhere to the same kind of racing conduct rules that I do, or at least I try to. And this guy's clearly as fast, if not a little bit faster down the straightaway than I am. So getting past this guy is going to be a bit of a challenge. I think this is a Mitsubishi Galant, I think. And whoever that guy is up front, he's got one of those smoker things that pumps out smoke. And I do manage to get underneath this guy so that we kind of match up. And I want to get underneath him on this corner here, but he gets through a little bit better than I do, even though both of us are grinding a lot of rubber off of our tires. And this is the final lap. And it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get past this guy. I'm going to keep trying. I might be able to get him on this coming into the straightaway here. If I can duck underneath him, I might be able to drag race him down the straightaway and beat him to the line. But he's got just a little bit more speed. So that's my race at Catalunya in my Lancia Delta. I hope you liked it, and I will see you on the racetrack.